Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm Kristen, and today I'm in my craft room because we're gonna be cleaning it. Now, I did a video a couple months ago saying that it was the last video. I'm gonna keep it organized. It's summertime. We have been doing all the fun summer things. We've been going to the lake, we've been being outside, we went on a vacation, and like all the really fun summer things. So being in a craft room in the corner of my house, and that's actually where it is in one corner of my home. I just don't want to be in it and I don't want to clean it. So I'll craft and have a good time in here. And then it's not summer and it's not fun in here when you have to clean it. So it's kind of been a throw all because it's off of our kitchen. And I've said this probably before too, but it's a catch-all room all the time. Like there's stuff in here that's not even crafts. So that's why it's usually just a giant mess. I'm gonna finally clean it. It is 7:20 in the morning. I'm gonna do a couple things in here, do a couple things outside, come back in. But I do wanna say, I did get a pretty good tan from summertime. It's like a little chit chat, I guess. And I'd like to know in the comments below what you guys have been doing this summer. So I love being able to wear shorts, and everyone does like fit checks and stuff, so we're gonna do fit check. Fit check, Sam's Club shirt. I have an Apple Watch I've literally had for like 8 years. Probably not 8 years. And then hair always in some sort of clip. And then Ana Luisa jewelry. I've actually had this. I work with Ana Luisa a lot, and I have had this for over 2 years. I've been wearing this pretty much all summer long. I just love it. It goes with everything. And then I always can like make a t-shirt look good with their jewelry. They are water resistant and they don't tarnish. I've had jewelry from them, I want to say like going on 4 or 5 years, and I love it. It's always one of those things that you give for Christmas. It is great. I love it. So if you guys want to check them out, I'll link them in the description box below for you guys. But this is just one of the pieces that I have. It's my absolute favorite. And it always looks good with all of my summer clothes. Now I am just stalling here. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys like what is back here right now, because this is a summer video I'm working on, an outdoor summer video. So this just needs to get done. I need to finish this. So I think this will be on my to-do list for today. I've really been slacking with to-do lists. I usually am very good about it when the kids are in school, and then summertime is just seriously a free-for-all. Like we will just go get ice cream whenever, no matter the time, no matter the day, and that's just kind of what we've been vibing with this summer. Paintbrush on the floor. I haven't even used fabric, but this is also on the floor. And then this right here, I started Christmas shopping and birthday shopping. I have one of my daughter's birthdays in September, and I always Christmas shop early because you can get really good deals. So this stuff has been sitting in my craft room for like a month. So that's got to get taken care of. I also have stuff in here that is from my car. So let's just get to cleaning. I was gonna like maybe talk through some cleaning just to get it, but now I'm thinking that I'm just gonna talk instead of clean. I don't think I can do two things at once, at least those two things. I'm gonna start over here because these things can literally just leave the craft room. I don't have to organize these can just go. So yeah, we're gonna do that. So the first thing I started to do was just kind of take everything out of the craft room. Now, I have done this a million times, so I'm kind of a professional when it comes to cleaning. I am just not a professional at keeping it clean. So there was so many things that were just right here in the doorway that just needed to be taken care of, but they also needed to actually be taken out of here. There is just so many things I have in here. Like I have boxes of chips in here. I have birthday supplies for my daughter's birthday that was in June. And sometimes if I just like leave it in here, then I kind of just eventually forget about it. I also had salt dough ornaments from Christmas in here. So I just kind of kept opening the door and throwing everything out. I will tell you, oh yeah, that's my daughter's soccer picture. She had soccer in February. And why is it in here? I'm not even sure. But if I take everything out, I will definitely take care of it because it is sitting in my kitchen and I do not like my kitchen dirty at all. So it always gives me some great motivation to actually clean everything up. So when you see me open that door and just shut it with throwing things out, it is 100% taken care of at the moment. So the closet I rarely clean, but I had so many of these long rub-on transfer tubes and I just do not use them enough. So I thought they were just kind of taking up space on this closet. Also, I had some empty tins that just really had to go because I knew that I'd be able to make this space better and just easier to grab items that are honestly sitting in the middle of my craft room. So I have a ton of flowers. I actually had 3 bins of florals and I don't even know why I had any of these flowers in this one. And now this is how I kind of create. So I sit on the floor and kind of pile things up and see what I want to use and see items I need to use or want to get out of here. And so that is kind of why the floor is always an absolute disaster, because it is just my way of crafting / creating. So when I do clean my craft room, and this is honestly the easiest way for me, is I start to just pick up everything off the floor or just start to grab trash, or I do work in sections. So I will take each corner and just start. Sometimes it's just with the easiest one if I just have to put some bins away or just pick things up and take care of them. And then I do have this table that does fold down, and I am sure that if you're not new to my channel, you have seen me clean this a million times, and I am sure in a couple weeks this room will be a disaster once again. But at least now when I want to come in here and craft, I 100% can, because I actually have the space and I have the floor to actually walk on instead of just step over everything. So since this table does fold down, I do have to move the large thing that is always sitting on top, and that is just kind of where I put my camera at when I film. And it's just one of those like large pieces that I honestly just cannot do anything else with but set it on the floor in the corner somewhere. So you'll see that later on. And then of course I'm going to go ahead and start vacuuming up corners, because I do keep kind of moving things around here and there. So I do just start vacuuming up just little areas that I can. And then this area was so dusty. I think it's because I sand items and then just use my hairdryer and blow them off. So I think it's honestly pieces of wood that I have sanded in my craft room. So this area was just an absolute disaster. So I did have to clean up a lot of this as well. Top area I honestly have not touched in a really long time. This is just so many of my books. I did end up selling quite a few, but I think I'm going to save these in case my daughter does want to read them. So I'm not really sure where else to put them. We don't have a bookshelf. I'm not a big book reader, and I do have a Kindle now, which honestly is amazing. I love having that so I don't have to keep buying books. It is a lifesaver for sure. So I just started to put these up there, and then I did have this DIY project I did with a picture frame. It was quite a while ago, and I just had it kind of laying around, but I wanted to keep it, which is this with the cow that is like a Dollar Tree calendar in a frame, and I just absolutely love that, so it had to stay. This area right here was a disaster. I have had that wooden shelf in here for a couple months now because I wanted to paint it. Now, granted, it looks great, but it has so much water damage to the bottom of it. I don't think I can save it, and I don't honestly think it is real wood. I actually think it is. Maybe it is real wood. I haven't sanded it, but I'm going to have to because there's just too much that does need to be fixed where I won't be able to stain it and make it wood again, or I think I would have wanted to keep it like that. So I told you I already had birthday supplies in here. I just had so much, and in this corner has all of my Couture because so many hooks fall off the wall and I just pile them up somewhere and just leave them. So I knew that this was the perfect time to actually hang them back up. It has been a month or so since they have been hung up. They were on the floor for the longest time, and then I put them up here, and then I finally grabbed some new types of hooks. So I'm just going to be adding them back where they came from, and I'm so happy that I did kind of go through these because I'm going to be doing fall soon, and I found a ton of like farmhouse ones I haven't used, and so I was pretty excited to see like all of my lost Couture, and then I kind of put some in my chair of ones that I did want to use for upcoming projects. And then here I have a ton of empty jars, which this is kind of cool because it actually kind of shows that I'm using up a lot of my items because once upon a time, every single one of these was full. I love these shelves, even though they are bowed out a little bit. I was told that if I flip them over, they would kind of start readjusting themselves, but I'm just kind of not wanting to do that because there's going to be so many holes in these. I just might end up having to replace them with different ones down the road, but for now, this will work. But I'm just adding all of my jars back to here and organizing them just a little bit better, and I just love how this turned out. And then here is what it looks like now. There is nothing on the floor, and that is why I'm sharing a good little floor view with you first, just because you saw how bad it was to begin with and where I was sitting in the piles. And I kind of did show a Instagram reel on just how bad my floor was in this craft room. Now, granted, this probably will not stay this way. It never does. Any craft room is never ever going to be 100% clean, but I do hope it stays this way at least through the summertime, because I do not want to sit in here for the next couple hours or even days redoing this all over again. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I also hope that it kind of gave you just some motivation to get your craft room done as well. I have been doing a no by July, and I think I have said that many times on my community posts and on Instagram and all over the place. And it has honestly been such a breath of fresh air not bringing new things in here when I already had so much and already had a giant mess from things that I have already purchased. But if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, I would love you to stick around and subscribe. Until then, you guys, I will see you all in the next video. Bye.